This is the third video on how to start producing content in less than 5 minutes. The first two were absolute bangers, you guys loved it so much. The comments were absolutely positive, so of course I have to reward you guys and bring you another guide. Today we're gonna learn how to create those trendy anime motivational videos that you see on TikTok and on Reels all the time.
Choose strength over weakness, courage over cowardice.
As we usually do, I'm gonna show you a quick example, then we're gonna break the video down and I'm gonna show you every step. So you already know, no bullshit, let's get straight into it. As you can see, the video is not that complicated. It's basically anime background footage, you have the captions, and you have the audio with the quote, as you can see. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing we need is the background audio and the quote. So you have two options. Either this type of videos, these are cool because the quotes are usually very good and the voice is very deep, makes the quote badass.
Greater rewards you will reap from doing it.
You have this option, or you have the other option, which is 11 Labs. You can use this one if you want to use your own quotes. I recommend also here using a deep voice. I usually use this one, Marcus, but you can play around and decide for yourself. If you just want the basic one, I recommend this one, Marcus, it's free. We have the quote and the background audio. Now we need the footage. So I usually recommend older animes because they have this slow, aesthetically pleasing vibe to it. So I recommend using Berserk, and you have this video, which is basically the complete series. I know it's gonna be a long download, but you can just download it all and then you're gonna have infinite footage for your content. Or if you don't want to do this, you can also go to animeclips.online, and here you have clips of the most popular anime. So I usually do either Berserk, Cowboy BP, or Vinland Saga. So if you search for Vinland Saga here, you can see you have 2 seasons and then you have clips per episode. Here it is. And they're very high quality, so if you prefer to work this way, you know, it's ultimately up to you. Now we have the basic structure. The captions is of course in the editing part, but now we have the background audio and the footage, so we can get into editing. Alright, so now let's get to editing. Of course, you're gonna use CapCut. You're probably not gonna have projects here because obviously you never edited anything, you never produced content, so it's gonna be empty for you. Let's click here on new project, and now we need the media to produce this content we want. So we need the audio and we need the sound. So I'm gonna import it here. You too can import your downloaded footage and sound here. So I have the audio here, and that's the first thing we're gonna edit. So in my case, the quote I wanna use is this one by 23 seconds, which is this one.
You can't get out of bed when you say you will? You call this freedom?
Yeah, so we know it starts at 23 seconds, so I'm gonna go to CapCut, and of course here on the time, I'm gonna see where 23 seconds is. I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna do a precise cut. It's probably here you can see the sound waves. They get higher here, so here's the heavier sound.
You can't get out of bed.
So yeah, I'm gonna do S and cut it, and if you don't have the shortcut yet, you can go here to shortcut and here set a key for splitting. I usually do S, but it's up to you. So yeah, I'm gonna click S, I'm gonna cut it, and this part I don't need, I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna drag it to the beginning.
You say you will? You call this freedom?
Alright, so the quote usually ends around here. I usually leave a bit of space here because I like to have the author as well after the captions. So we're gonna leave it here, gonna cut it, and we're gonna delete. Alright, now we have the sound, now we need the footage. So import the footage to your timeline. And now we're gonna go here to ratio, you're gonna choose 9:16. And now you just need to be creative and align clips that you think make sense with the video. So in the beginning he says,
You can't get out of bed when you say you will?
choose something like this, where he's sitting down, where Guts is sitting down, or he's being lazy. I know there's this clip where he's sitting by a tree. Let's see if I can find it real quick. So yeah, this is the process. You're gonna have to get creative with the videos. And of course, the more creative we are, the more views we're gonna get. Oh, there it is, right here. Part that I want, this clip. So here you can see the frame changes here, so I'm gonna click S at the end, I'm gonna click S again, so now I have the clip. I can drag it to the beginning here, up, this too. All right, so now the beginning here, and I'm gonna click on the clip and I'm gonna remove its audio because obviously you want to hear the quote and not the audio of the clip. So we're gonna remove the audio, and in video we're gonna scale it up so it fits the screen. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see.
You can't get out of bed when you say you will?
Alright, so it occupies around the first part of the quote.
Say you will?
So that's usually the sweet spot. I usually like to have the quotes be divided in the middle. So you can see here on the sound, he talks here, then there's a quick pause, and then he talks again. So I usually like to have the clip reach the middle, so I can try to make it bigger. Yeah, that looks perfect. So there you have the first part.
You can't get out of bed when you say you will. You call this free.
Right, so now he talks about freedom. So obviously I want something like where he's outside exploring or by the wind. I love this clip, so I'm gonna use this one. You can see he's being free in a sense, outside by the wind at night. So again, I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna click S, and then I'm gonna go to the end. And I'm gonna click S again, and I have the clip. I can drag it, and now I can put it here. And now I know I don't need more clip than this because the audio only reaches this part, so I can make it smaller. This I don't need, delete, and this one I don't need, delete, and delete. So yeah, you have the footage. And here, of course, we're gonna remove the audio and the video, gonna scale it up. Yeah, that looks perfect. Let's see.
You can't get out of bed when you say you will. You call this freedom?
Yeah, that's amazing. So now we have the basic structure down, and we just need the captions. So again, we're gonna go to text, auto caption, make sure it's English, and click create. CapCut is gonna use its AI to create the captions for us. You can see. And now you have two options here. Either use smaller sentences or use one word each time he speaks. I'm gonna show you. So I usually do, for the font actually, you can use Avenir Next or Montserrat. For this type of content, I usually do Avenir Next because it makes it look a little bit modern and not as ancient. So you can use Avenir Next, first preset style, and then shadow. And on animation, I'm gonna go to captions.
You call this...
So now you can see it's only one word. So you can use this, or you can use the whole sentences. It's up to your personal style. So I usually do one word. Let's make it bigger, put it in the middle. You can see CapCut helps you to know where the middle is. You can see where the blue line where they cross, it's the middle. So I'm gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna make some personal change. Usually I like to have the first letter big, no, in capital, not like this, but like this. And I like to have a dot at the end. Yeah, so that's basically it.
You can't get out of bed when you say you will. You call this freedom.
Here you can even make it like this because it's a question. Yeah, so now you have your video. So now you just need to add some personal touches. What I usually do is on the last video, I like to go to animation out and then do a fade out. So you can see it goes to black slowly, the video. And as I told you, I like to have the author. So I'm gonna copy paste this caption. And here somewhere at the end, I'm gonna have, I don't know who this quote is from, but let's just say it's Seneca. Yeah, you can have Seneca, this. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Another thing I like to do that I forgot to mention is here on the clips, reduce the opacity a bit. I usually do 70%, so it's a bit darker. So
you can't get out of bed when you say you will. You call this freedom.
So yeah, that's your anime video. And now you go to export, you choose the path here, the title, leave it at 1080p, do 60 FPS, MP4, and you just upload it to your account. And you have a anime motivational account on TikTok or on IG. There it is. Thank you for watching.